Hey guys, Daniel here for Fitness FAQs. In this video I'm going to be explaining how to progress from being a beginner to learning how to master the full back lever position. So the back lever is one of the fundamental exercises in gymnastics whereby you'll be developing the necessary tendon, ligament and body alignment strength necessary to progress onto more challenging and exciting exercises in the future. So in this video I will be talking about how to warm up for the back lever, to prepare the body to safely undergo the stresses this exercise involves, the body tension, body cues necessary to hold the position, various progressions to utilize to help you obtain the full back lever position, as well as the sets and hold durations that I'd recommend. So let's get to it. Ding! For the warm-up we'll be doing three things, so the seated shoulder dislocates, German hang lowers, and finally the German hang hold. So I'll show you what I mean right now. First of all, seated shoulder dislocates. I prefer to do these seated because it prevents you from falling into that lumbar overextension, which is very common. If you really want to do the standing variation, you can do that as well. Two ways of progressing with this movement: hands closer together or adding more weight to the movement. Next up we have the German hang holds. So I want you guys to try and accumulate 30 seconds here, trying to focus on scapular retraction, so trying to squeeze your shoulder blades together, focus on breathing, and we're trying to improve that shoulder extension position. The next one is the German hang lowers. So this is just a good way of getting some of that dynamic movement prior to doing the exercise within the range of motion which is specific to the exercise, so shoulder extension. This picture here just indicates the distance apart the rings should be, so approximately 50 centimeters. Another important tip is to chalk up. This is going to help you guys out so much when you're doing the ring holds back levers. So in terms of body tension and cues, the really important ones are scapular protraction, squeezing the hands towards the glutes, so scapular depression, and glute and abdominal engagement. So here I'm just demonstrating protraction right now and retraction. So during a back lever, the common mistake that people do is they fall into scapular retraction, which makes the exercise much harder than it needs to be. So ideally you want to be in this position right here, scapular protraction and depression. This is going to make the back lever much easier to hold, and it's something that beginners tend to not do correctly. So first I'm going to demonstrate a incorrect back lever. As you can see, it's almost like a banana shape. Sure, you can hold it, but you're going to make it much harder for yourself. So this would be the ideal way to do it. I'm squeezing my hands towards my glutes, maintaining scapular protraction, and trying to engage my glutes and abdominals. So progressing onto the actual progressions themselves, starting with the tuck back lever, so knees close to the chest. Moving on to the advanced tuck back lever, so you flatten out your back. A helpful thing to do during this one, guys, is to try and keep your heels to your bum. Just helps with overall tension development. The next one I like to do is called advanced back lever open, where the legs are open. Following that, you can move on to a straddle back lever, which is a fair bit harder than the previous one, but if you've got a decent straddle, you can make this much easier for yourself. And this final one just bridges the gap between the straddle and the full back lever, so you have your toes pointing up towards the sky, and after you've worked on that for a while you can just move straight onto the full back lever. But the thing is about the back lever is if you can develop the tension for this, the necessary tension, you should have no problem with this one. The final thing I like to show you guys, and I encourage you to do, is called back lever lifts. So choose whichever progression you're currently up to, lower down into the back lever, hold it momentarily, then raise up into an inverted hang and repeat for repetitions. Now in terms of how to train for the back lever, once you've determined which progression you're up to, you want to do the back lever training 3 days a week. You want to hold the back lever during your training sets of around 8 to 12 seconds and performing 3 to 5 sets. So once you can do 5 sets of 12 seconds on a given progression fairly comfortably, time to move on to a harder progression and repeat the process. While you are doing these back lever holds, it'll be worth your while to include in back lever lifts, performing 3 sets of 3 to 4 repetitions. Similar thing as before, you may find that you'll have to do this on an easier progression to ensure that you are within the set and repetition range. Before I finish up this video, I just want to mention again the importance of understanding the body tension and body cues that I mentioned earlier. Make sure that you apply them to your training, understand them, understand how your body works more in terms of the protraction, and you'll find that over time you'll be able to develop a very solid back lever with those key points in mind. And that's the end of the video. If you did enjoy it, give it a like. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask in the comment section below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.